All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Stan Kramer with Brandon Grizzly, and we're going to talk about the brand new show on MGM Plus, The Institute, based off a Stephen King book with the same name. Yeah, we got the first 2 episodes of the show coming out yesterday, so some people got to watch it. Nikisha, one of our chatters, and in our channel a lot. Watch all of our other shows with us, so she recommended The Institute. It sounded cool, trailer looked cool. So, but is it is the show good, at least so far? Which is what we'll talk about. But
It's an interesting
what would
show
you
right
think?
now, right? I don't know if you guys thought. I mean, based on around a 14-year-old, I thought the opening scene was really cool, right? Seeing him taking the test and just flying through, I was like, "Look, see, you understood immediately. Like, this kid's a genius."
Yeah.
My first thought was he's gonna have telekinesis. The first thought I had. I was like, this guy is gonna be able to move things with his brain because he's just that smart. He's just that evolved. But the first episode for me felt very much the introduction to Stranger Things.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes.
Absolutely.
The
So
exact vibes I was getting.
So I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, I can feel the strangeness in it. I could feel there's going to be a mystery box type of thing feel to it. Even we talk about Severance a lot on this channel, right? That feel too, like there's an underlining thing that's going to happen, and then all of a sudden, bang, you start seeing, oh well, you open his bedroom door and you're not there, you're not at home. So like that was a shock for me.
Yeah. I do feel like it's by the end of the season, it's going to be like holy crap, like that's so good, where more people I think are going to miss out by not watching week to week. At least that's what I hope. I need to justify watching it every week.
People didn't like From, people didn't. And all of a sudden, it took a movement of people saying, "Hey, did you see that? This is really good." And then more and more people started to see it. When we're talking about Severance, the first 4 episodes, I was like, man, I don't know if I can get through this. And then the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is amazing. So I don't know what we're going to get from the Institute, but I think it could possibly be really good.
Yeah. It brings you in with some of the characters where I'm kind of interested. Like I already have some theories about some of them. Who is it? Who's the other kid? I'm still learning their names in there. Was it Tony?
Luke
was it
and
Tony? Tony. I got some theories with Tony already. So yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those shows where you start building theories and like what's going on, all the secrets and all the mysteries and stuff like that.
Kalisha, I already like Kalisha as a character.
I do too.
Yeah, because they centered these first episodes on really just setting everything up. It was all setting up the world of this show more than advancing the story. But I guess we're going to get to that when we get to that. But
yeah,
I thought it did a pretty good job, kind of setting things up for the viewer.
Yeah.
So I was fine with that.
Is it possible that this show is going to be a better international show?
I don't know, man. Because sometimes the international stuff, like, because the mystery, supernatural stuff,
just because it's on MGM, just because on MGM Studios, most people are, that watch it are usually not in the United States. A lot of people that watch it are Canadian. That more on the border, things like that. Like you don't necessarily see a lot of people from the United States watch MGM because they don't think about MGM because we have all the other things that we're going to watch. I think the Institute would be a bigger one if it was just on Prime, not just like first episode free on Prime.
Yeah, that's true. I know that's what Lawrence is saying. Like, just put the whole thing on Amazon or HBO. So. Yeah,
but I get it. The first episode was free on Amazon.
I get it though. They want to like push their own streaming service, but Yeah. I mean, if you want more views, you go with HBO or Amazon, but we'll see.
I got
how
my
that
MGM
works out.
through Amazon, so
So you just go through there anyway.
yeah.
See how that
Alright.
works. But yeah, we'll just jump right into it. We got the first 2 episodes. They're the hour-long episodes, which is awesome. Like, I was so happy to get like a full episode. But we'll start with Brandman, man. What you think about the first 2 episodes?
I thought it did a pretty decent job in, like I mentioned, kind of setting up what kind of world we're going to be in for this entire season.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of did decent enough in establishing the rules. Like you said, I got a kind of Stranger Things vibes from the opening. I think the what's the lead kid actor's name? Isn't it like Joe something?
Joe Freeman.
Joe Freeman.
Yeah.
Is Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Thought he did pretty solid. Always nice to see Mary Louise Parker, Ben Barnes. I liked the atmosphere of it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be the main thing that kind of keeps me coming back. Just kind of the feel of it so far is pretty well put together. And overall, I've never read the book, but it's pretty cool how they're establishing and setting up the world in it.
Yeah.
Those are my big things.
Okay. Well, you, Brian, what you think about it so far?
I actually felt very much like, first of all, it felt like it felt like a lot like, you're setting up a lot of things. And then the way I was watching it, I was thinking, like, is this like an X-Men type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Except instead having Xavier school for the gifted, it was more like, we're going to kidnap you and throw you in this school.
Yeah.
So, but it had that feel when you get the kids not understanding what was going on, not understanding what the real school what was happening, and having to figure out who these kids were in front half, like who were these kids. So I thought episode 1 was kind of disorienting, trying to figure out what's happening, and then 2, it was kind of cool seeing Luke trying to figure out who the rest of these characters are. So understanding who Kanisha really was, and then seeing who Tony really was, and who these characters are going to be going forward. And I think it's cool. It's refreshing also seeing these new kids, new people that I really don't know. These kids, these actors, I don't really know. So there's no baggage going forward with these characters. They could just be fresh. It could just be fresh and enjoy them for what's going on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had to look up. Was it Simone Miller? Like, she was in a few things, but I like everything she was in. I never watched. Same thing with Joe Freeman. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. Like, he has a face that looks familiar. And so I'm like, is he a kid of somebody? Like, like who's his parents?
Eddie Munster?
No, I was right. Guess who his dad is?
Eddie Munson.
Martin Freeman.
That makes sense. I was like, okay.
Where did I get Eddie Munson from?
I was like, Eddie Munson's not.
I'm thinking of something completely different. My mind like blanked out for a second.
Just went somewhere else.
But yeah, completely.
Just went somewhere else.
That's funny.
But you can see Martin Freeman, right? You can see that.
Yep. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Martin Freeman. Yep, that's his kid.
No, I meant to say freaking Everett Ross.
There you go. that makes more sense. But I mean, Jason Diaz, who's playing Tony, we've seen him before, in things, 100 and Vampire Academy and all that stuff. But yeah, like Simone Miller, like she's like where I'm like, I've seen her before, but I know, but she was just really, really, really good. Joe Freeman would play Luke was really good too. Yeah. So like you said, Brian, seeing these new faces, get a chance at something that might be pretty cool. I hope it's something really cool. But
I'm telling you, people didn't watch From.
Yeah,
people didn't want, and if this was on Netflix,
Mhm.
this would be the new thing they're already talking about. Everyone with kids.
Oh
and,
yeah,
they'll be throwing it like this. Is Stranger Things. It's like he's the
so
one.
replacing it for sure.
He's the one from the Matrix. Like he's the one that's gonna put it. Like it'll be on that type of level. These are the kids from the Oracle. Like you know, what I'm saying like grown up, and the government snatched them up. It'll be to that level of stuff. But you know, it's on MGM. Some people are not watching it yet.
Yeah,
just wait.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was good, man. It was really good because like there's other people like Julian Richings, was Stackhouse, you know, and I believe he was in Supernatural. He played Death in Supernatural.
Oh, 100% he did. He was the first Death. He was awesome. So
seeing some familiar faces was good. You know, like I said, Ben Barnes and Mary Louise Parker. So, but it sets like Brandon said, sets up this really interesting world where I'm really curious. Like I have some theories on Annie. I'm like, what's going on with Annie? Like I have theories with her. You know, I have a few theories with characters, and they start to like introduce like people that live in the town and stuff that's happened. You know, I'm interested in Tim. You know, like.
Or Nick,
he was on his he was on his way out. He was going back to like New York or somewhere, and then just got some money, got probably a couple around $1,000, wasn't it? It was like 600, and then they refunded this and gave him money there and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just really curious, with a lot of things, which is nice. Ooh, Death, yeah, he's in it. He's surprise, he plays a bad guy.
Exactly. Come on, you see him, you think Death, right?
Yeah,
you see him, you think like he's gonna take my soul.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm interested for sure. I'm interested a lot, and so this is like not really spoilers, but I like it. It gave us the first 2 episodes. The first episode wasn't enough, but the second one, like you said, Brian, like is when it really starts to dive into the characters' connections and what is gonna start, but that end of the second episode, whoo, man, I wasn't ready for that, man. I got teary-eyed and I was like, F this place, man, burn it down to the ground. Burn them all, kill them all, F them all, man. Like they suck, like that little boy. I felt so sad for him. I wanted to jump in the screen and pick him up and hold him and like, it's okay, man. So yeah, that was that sucked. in a good way, because you're instantly connected to this little boy now, like there's especially so many emotions.
For a father of little boys,
so it's
like, I'm looking at little boys trying to punt him, kick him out of the sandbox. Like, go away from my babies. Why don't you?
Yeah,
trying to come and sweet and say, hi, Mr. Waller, can I come play with Kaylee? See you, Luke. I know you plotted on me, boy. You plotted on me.
Yeah. What would you guys think about the ending?
You cried. You cried, Brand Man.
A little bit, yeah.
Did you get upset?
I did.
Yeah, it's here.
It got me a little bit.
Yeah.
I told you
I don't do good with that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care about little boys. If there's a little girl out there, yeah. I don't care about little boys. Little boys be whatever. No, I was talking about Tanking and the emotion. Everyone from being such a young kid. Come on, man. You don't just snatch kids like that and look that have a connection with their parents still. And seeing it so young to having to deal with that, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why like the older kids. Well, I mean they're all older, but they know they're like, because what's the first thing Luke says? Like, oh, do my parents know? They're like, oh, they kind of know. I was like, do they? It was like, so it just there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of like half truths, I think going on. But I am
where's this town? We don't even know where this town.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Tank.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just going to say, and like I said, I'm not familiar with the book or the books, so I don't have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, same. I have no idea. My mama bear said it was mainly tears. You cried creatine. Oh man, that's funny. I like that. Oh man,
He cries
Yeah.
testosterone out of each eye.
yeah, right. Just
It doesn't even go all the way down. It goes down and goes back up like he's lifting.
yeah, the tears starts curling. Oh man, but yeah, it's just like Brian said. I think like seeing kids distressed is already kind of like upsetting, but then having little boys of my own, and then the kid was in a footy pajama, which both of my kids go to bed in like footy pajamas, so it was just like I was like, he was holding like a stuffed animal, I think, too, or something like that. So it was just like, fuck. I was just like, this place, screw it. Like, I was just like if I wasn't already with like Luke and the other kid, I can't think of his name. I was like, yeah, like burn this place down. My only issue is if Luke winds up getting the little boy more in trouble, I'm gonna be pissed off at Luke. Yeah. I'm pissed off. I'm like, hey man, you make sure your number one thing right now is to make sure that little boy lives.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's gonna die, and I'm gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be their motivation. That's what he's gonna, they're gonna use him
And he
a little
peed
bit.
himself. It was so sad. They're like, "Oh, let's go to your room." He's like, "That's not my room." I was like, "Oh." But yeah, it's definitely something. Something bad's gonna happen to that little kid, and it's not gonna be good.
He's gonna be their motivation. This is what happens it happened in Torch, and was this was it Maze Runner? Torch,
Yeah.
Scorch trial, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It happens. The little kid, the one that you see, you have the emotional connection with, has to die. And it also, as Brandman also likes to say, Stephen King likes to kill kids.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good indicator.
That man and his child murderer.
Yep.
Jesus.
So you introduced this little sweet little kid, and it was like, oh, might as well have the death wish already on him. Like,
might as well have a little red dot right here on the forehead. Like,
exactly. Stephen King's hanging out the window, just gotcha. Let's go over some quick comments.
Nikisha always has really great insight.
Yep. Oh yeah. So Nikisha said, I enjoyed the Institute. It was a little slow, but it reminded me of classic Stephen King. I'm willing to give the story time to progress. I'm curious as to what a PC is and what a keyhole is. Oh, they were throwing so many words around where you're just like, what's going on?
What is happening? What does that mean? I don't even know what this is. But
yeah,
it is. It's just giving you, it's kind of opening a whole universe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite character so far. I love the crazy old lady. That's not really crazy. Yeah, I think she was one of the kids that got away. Same. That's what I think. Because how else did she know the information from Tim? Like I think she knows she has powers, but she can't control it. So it's kind of making her go a little crazy.
Yeah.
But imagine like walking around just hearing everyone's thoughts. Like if that doesn't make you go crazy, then I don't know what will. Yeah.
Or you see things that aren't really there, or you can move things, or
what are the dots? What are the dots?
Yeah.
Like I'm still want to see that. Yeah. So, said the going home party and cake reminded me how much I love the Severance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's every one of our finale episodes. We should just bring out a cake. Severance season 2 finale. Little cake.
I'm gonna get a watermelon that's shaped like Brandman's head. Leave it right here.
Just sculpt it out. That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, it would. That'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna have it. If anybody, it's gonna be the corner of the screen right here, like right here. It's gonna be like Chester. It's gonna be just like Brandman. It's gonna be sitting there.
Just have your wife like roll it in at one point. It just rolls in right on your side.
Just roll it in the corner and then just kind of pull it back away, right?
Yeah. That'd be funny. And if anybody knows somebody that would do that, it probably would be you. Like, would
Yep.
be in the food industry. So,
Yeah.
that'd be funny. Said I don't have MGM anymore. Saw the first one on Amazon. Okay. What'd you think about it? What do you think about it if you saw it? I think it'd be worth watching. I'm willing to give it time because I trust Jack Bender and Stephen King. Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be
Excuse
a darker. I know it sounds weird, like The Boys, but darker and with kids. You're going to have these kids with powers being, so you're going to see
Tortured and shit.
they're going to have like electrodes to their temples while they're trying to read them, but what if they do electric shock? Electric shock to a little boy, or you see when the older kids passed out because they just already went through electric shock. Then the little boy is going to be next.
What do they call it? The dream room or something? You know that one of the kids came out
from
Tony
it, or Nick or something like that. We're coming out of it talking about it.
Nick, I think.
So that's going to be interesting in itself too. And how many hidden things were thrown at us that we didn't understand in this first episode? That's now as these episodes go, it's going to be a lot uncovered.
Yeah. So I hope they put the whole thing on Amazon. See,
if it doesn't have big numbers this weekend, I think it will be on. They will do that.
They'll just throw it on there somewhere.
Try to grab the audience first and then pull them to MGM.
Yeah. A lot of people don't have. I don't have MGM, but when I'm getting it for this, so. Nikki just said, reminds me of Wayward Pines in a weird way.
Okay.
I could kind of see the Wayward Pines parallels. Definitely in terms of like the feel of the town. Even some of the inhabitants kind of remind me of what Wayward Pines characters. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Do y'all think they killed Luke's parents?
I think that they don't know. They think Luke ran off.
I think
they're gonna tell him like he's autistic or something like that. He ran off and something, and they're looking for him, and he's like on a milk box somewhere on the back of milk carton or something like that. And there might be a problem, maybe with someone that knows him, seeing him, having sightings of him somehow, like as he tries to escape because he's that smart.
Yeah.
And that would be a future problem in episodes, but I don't think his parents are dead.
Yeah. But I think they lied to him though.
They're looking for him. The parents are saying that they need to have, they're searching for him. They're putting all this stuff and they're saying something. Oh no, he probably ran off. Oh, we found him in this other city. We're trying to get a hold of him. Something to that effect.
Yeah. Said the kidnapper that got shot said there was a incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
they could just flat out lie and be like, "Oh, your kid's dead."
Oh, there was an accident, and you passed away, and now you still. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And still can have the same problems with someone finding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I said thanks. I appreciate you guys talking about this. I miss chatting about shows with y'all. I miss that too. If it's a good show, then I really can't. But right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm not saying I'm like in love with it yet, but I see the potential of what it can be.
Praise Kier.
Yeah. I googled it because I thought a night knocker was a real thing.
Yeah. I did want to look at that.
It sounded like something for like a small town. Like that would be something,
or a tale that says something,
Yeah. Mama said a night knocker would be a great creepypasta.
Mhm.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm
It probably means a person who used to wake up in the morning by knocking on the doors and windows before the day's alarm clocks. He's someone that goes around.
waking up people.
Mm-hmm.
Like supposed to, or just like not supposed to be waking up people. That can go either way.
Either one, yeah.
Yeah, right. But I'm even interested in Miss what was it, Sigsby? Like, listen, I like hot dogs. I don't think I ever liked a hot dog. she was dancing and getting all happy and eating the hot dog and burning herself. She was like, what? I'm like, what is going on with her? Like,
Mary Lou Parker is a strange. I mean, she could do strange, and she's a good actress. So
yeah,
she could do strange really, really well.
Yeah. She's a good enough actress to really kind of do some cool stuff. But she has like some interesting. I'm like,
was she in the Spiderwick Chronicles?
I don't know.
Was she?
I think she was.
We'll have to look.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look.
I remember the thing I saw her in. I remember what she was in. The West Wing. She was in the West Wing.
She sure was. She was in Spiderwick Chronicles. I was right.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah, like her character is gonna be kind of interesting because I'm like, who's her dad, and then when they call the person, like who is he? Because they do the whole, they don't show his face, but he had what a rosemary, right, in his hand or something like that.
Yep.
So what's going on there? Like, there's a lot of like cool stuff. Even the reporter thing that threw me off guard. That like really threw me off guard because it like goes and show you like, because here's the reporter and she's like, oh hey, what if I have some info for you? And she's like, oh shit, what you got? And bam, I was like, oh, like,
someone's going to find a way out, and they're going to tell like the police or fire or something like that, and they're going to find out. Oh, we're going to put them in the back, and then we're going to take you to your parents, and you're going to end up being taken back to the institute.
Oh yeah.
And then find out everyone in the town is all part of this. This is all a scheme that's part of this thing.
Like everyone knows, kind of.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I can see something like that happening. Yeah. Because already I don't trust the sheriff that much.
Mm-hmm.
The other cops I really don't trust. So yeah,
they're all part of it. Like this town is all part of this thing.
Yeah.
So
something does seem very off about them, to say the least.
Yeah.
So we know what the front half is. What's the back half?
I mean, the back half could be them burning that black smoke. I think the back half is they possibly kill him. They're like, hey, we're gonna wipe your memory. How? By killing you. Like, especially if like they already say like, they tell their parents and their family like, oh, they're already dead, so you do what you need to do, and then you kill them.
I think it's electric shock.
I think so. It's gonna be something interesting. What was like a doorway? Because it's supposed to be. I think the genre of this show is horror. So, but I can see it getting into something like crazy supernatural kind of stuff. Like the back half is like another dimension, something crazy.
Okay.
Well,
or even have like you become a body for someone to enter into.
Yeah. Just who knew you can use diapers, Vaseline, and duct tape to save somebody from a bullet? That was bleeding a lot. That was bleeding a lot.
Come on, that sounds like a Jason Statham thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was funny. It was like just diapers and Vaseline. What's the Vaseline for? That's one thing I got. The diapers I get
coagulate the blood or whatever you think, to help it coagulate a bit more, I guess.
Maybe.
And then you stop the bleeding with the diaper or a maxi
Yeah.
pad or something like that.
Yeah,
And duct
used
tape
for
to type it up.
stuff and
Yeah.
yeah. It was cool. See, and then it was like just seeing like Tim is a badass, because he saw it happen. He's on the radio. He's like blah 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 blah, blah, and then he's like shooting up things, and then the other dude is just like
watching, like
has no idea. Like he's like all flustered and stuff. So yeah, but admittedly, the Vaseline surprised me. he grabbed the big old tub of it. And I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? Yeah.
You know what party it is. We got Vaseline. No type of party this is.
Oh, that's funny. It says Nikisha said my daughter watched it with me. The "Did you take your pill" scene was uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. But you watch things like this with your daughter. Well, maybe she watches it opposite you, not when you
Right.
watching it with it.
Yeah.
No Diddy. That's baby oil. Take that.
Who's selling Vaseline at a gas station anyway? True.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't Vaseline in the gas station.
Yeah, but a pack of diapers, a bunch of diapers, Vaseline, duct tape makes sense. You sell duct tape anywhere.
You could be destined. If it's not destined, you can see Vaseline, possibly. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. But I like it. Next Monday, I'm kind of excited to talk about it again. Comes out on Sundays. So
what I will do is I won't try to get some scenes in. If it's that type of show, we'll have some scenes, some clips from it. Like it. Yeah. We can talk about this. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? So I'm all about it.
Yeah, I'm good with that. The one thing that did throw me off was the tracker, because it is looking like a really shitty earring, because I mean it is, that's what it was, but it just it just really looked weird on Luke, because he's like younger and he has a little bit of a bigger ears, and he's got this big old silver light
animals. Like animals.
Yes, it was very much like animals. Yeah, like you tag the animals kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I like it. Duct tape and diapers or pads, I can see. Yeah. I said, no, Mom Bear, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, man. Vaseline is good for dry, cracked skin. Oh, man. I believe Vaseline is at gas station. Man, everyone's talking about it. Oh, man. But you guys got anything else?
No, I mean, I think this will be really interesting going forward. We're going to see a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's exactly what Bradman says with Stephen King. They're going to be kids getting murdered. That's just what it is. Because the adults are trying to use the kids for their power. The town is probably all a part of it. And as they age out, I think they're going to live in this town.
Yeah.
And the people that are going to help them are the ones that went through the entire experiment. They're being experimented on.
Yeah. Agreed. Good theories. But yeah, cool. New show we're gonna be talking about on Mondays, The Institute. So it's on MGM Plus, a super rare kind of streaming service that a lot of people probably don't have. But so far I like it, despite the bad ratings it's getting. But yeah. But
guys, you gotta check it out. We'll continue to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it with you.
Exactly. But we appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out. So if you are one of the few that did watch it, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about The Institute. Any theories? No spoilers if you did read the book. I don't think any of us read the book, so we're kind of going into it fresh. So no spoilers. But we appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out with us for the first two episodes of The Institute, talking about those. We appreciate everyone in the live chat as well. I want you guys to stick around because we are ready to move on to our next topic for the night.